Hello, another vlog. You're happy. You may not know this, Michael, but most of my vlogs occur when I'm driving. So whenever I post a vlog where I'm actually in my house, people are pretty excited about that. So this is a continuation of my series of vlogs interviewing Butler students about their experiences with AVID. So I'd like to introduce you to Michael Lay, who is one of my students this summer in a web conference speech class. Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing here at Butler.
Alrighty, well, I am a sixth-year Butler student. I am graduating December. I'm only 6 years because I changed my major after my first year to digital media. I'll get my Associates of Applied Science this December. I plan on moving westward to pursue my four-year degree in digital arts at either the University of Oregon or somewhere in San Diego. My spare time, I play sports, fish. I love to cook. I am a big music person. I played the viola and orchestra for 12 years, starting in fourth grade. I still play a little bit today. And that's about it. Just school and work.
And you did say sixth year and you meant sixth semester, right?
That's what I meant. I apologize.
I knew that, but I wanted to make sure that other people knew that as well. And I did play viola too. I don't know if we discussed this, but we have that in common, Michael.
Cool.
And we both are interested in AVID from different perspectives. So I have your permission to share, you're being recorded and I can share this with people, correct?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So tell me where you experienced AVID and how.
Well, I experienced AVID through my high school, Wichita East. I was a teacher proctor for a math teacher who happened to be one of the lead AVID instructors at East. She asked if I would be willing to become a tutor. I said sure. So I went in one day at lunch. They had the tutoring sessions during lunch. The kids would bring their lunch in, and I just sat down and I connected with the students, and it really dawned on me that I could help students at East because AVID wasn't really big until my junior year at East, and I kind of wish I had the help the first 2 years of high school. So if I see a freshman that's struggling, I want to reach out and help them.
And tell me what program you were in, the international
baccalaureate program, the IB program at East.
So you were already a high achiever.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you said that you had some training on how to tutor. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, when I went in that first day, the teacher had a checklist of stuff, to run down with the students so I could get kind of acquainted with the tutoring system through AVID, to where you try to help engage the critical thinking process in the students. And at the second or third day, I didn't really need it. I was already in there, they asked me a question and I would help lead them to the answer, or just help them out however I could.
And do you think that these are, even though you were tutoring them, that these are skills that you're still using?
Yes, they are. I've used them a couple times this summer in my other class I am taking. Instead of going up to the teacher and, expecting him to hand feed me the answer, I go back and I'm like, I can find this answer myself. I remember what the process is. I ask questions and he can help me lead me to the answer. But then when I find it, it's just like how it was when I was tutoring back in high school.
And why do you think it is that students just want the answer as opposed to going through this process? And why do you think it is that usually instructors just want to give them the answer as opposed to going through this whole system?
I think that there is an aspect of laziness to it, to where the kids are given so much homework per night, and instead of sitting there for 5 or 6 hours doing it all, they just want to get the answer and get it done so they can move on to the next thing. I think there's the standard of getting good grades through school that will lead to that as well. or that if you don't get good grades, that there'd be consequences, whether it would be in-school suspension or you could be put on academic probation or whatever. I think teachers who just give out the grade, I feel like they're not really helping the kids to their potential, if that makes any sense, to where instead of, explaining, hey, this is how you can get this answer, they just say, oh, the answer is 6, or this is this. And it doesn't really help promote that critical thinking process that I'm in.
You explained to me earlier, we talked about this a little bit, that yourself as a tutor, you experienced that frustration knowing that, oh, it's just easier to give them an answer than it is to teach them the process.
Exactly.
I think on both sides, we've all experienced that. So it's learning how to do something. You'll remember it longer, but it's more meaningful and takes a little more time. So I appreciate all that. Is there any last comment or takeaway that you'd like to leave us with about AVID or suggestions? Nope.
I think that at East, I was hearing rumors going around that, AVID was for the less intelligent students at that school. I don't think so at all. I think, it helps with the thinking process. They're providing, as much help as they can to help you get through high school and then potentially college. They're showing you the skills that it will take to graduate high school, to go to college and get the job that you want. And they're there every step of the way. If you have questions, there's tutors there, there's instructors there to help you.
I agree completely, Michael. And I think quite often, most of us just don't know what it is.
Exactly. There's really not a lot of awareness about it.
There's not, unless you've been a part of it.
Exactly. You go into the school, oh, what is this AVID program? And then you see, some of the the lesser people taking it, and they're like, oh, that just must be for the people that, don't get the good grades in class or like to skip school a lot.
It may start out that way, that those are at-risk students that may be not succeeding, but I can tell you as a college professor, my college students that have an AVID background are my best students. So there is a huge change that happens between point A and where we are now. So anyway, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I love sharing the stories, and thank you for doing that.
No problem.
Good.